Every second is dangerous, every second you are losing your life.
18岁少年打破世界纪录，成为登上地球所有14座8000米高峰的最年轻登顶者。此前这个纪录是尼玛的叔叔保持的。尼玛16岁开始登山，此后2年多，他打破了多项世界纪录。2025年3月26日，尼玛受邀来到深圳大梅沙华大时空中心。So you just come here yesterday?
Yeah, just yesterday.
Okay.
And so today is my first day roaming around.
Okay. How many days you have been here?
Just 3 days.
Just 3 days.
Just 3 days, yeah. Just to see the VGI.
Yeah.
And just to see the new technology and environment here.
Yes. Okay, please sit down.
Yeah.
Okay, this way. You described reaching Shishapangma summit as the peak of your personal journey.
Yeah.
So what was the most emotional moment during your ascent?
Yes, Shishapangma was the mountain that I came twice,
Twice?
So when I came Shishapangma in the first try, very big avalanche happened and 3 people got caught in the avalanche. And one of the people who passed away was my mentor, and Shishapangma was the mountain which take like my friend. So when I came next time, I was very respectful for the mountain because it's a very big mountain. And it was my last mountain out of all the 14 highest peaks in the world. So yeah, it was like a normal expedition for me, to be honest. I was just focusing on the climb, and when I reached the summit, it was very emotional because I finished climbing all the highest mountain in the world. You have to be very calculated with so many things, like the weather. You need to know about all the danger, like the avalanches, the crevasses, and of course the luck also plays a big part of it, But at the same time, you have to always keep on training physically, mentally. You have to be very emotionally stable person for a climber, yeah. For example, when you reach top of any mountain, you always see you're very high, and you can only see the top of the hills or the mountains nearby. But it also tells you about how big the planet is and how big life is, and how big you can keep yourself always inspiring. There is always something that you can keep yourself to inspire. So whenever I climb mountain, I have to always push myself so much, mentally, physically. This always keeps me very motivated when I come back to city and when I'm working normally. So it's always very inspiring, yeah. In the mountain, for example, every second is dangerous, Every second you are losing your life. Any moment, anytime, anything can happen, So there are so many factors. You have to always keep yourself, and the most important thing is you have to always mentally be stable, You cannot get too scared, you cannot get too excited. You have to always balance yourself, and the balance is very important for climber, And for example, when you reach summit, you are very happy, you are very excited, but when you're coming down, you are very tired because you spend all the energy climbing up. So while coming down, many people, they fall and they get accident, So you have to always save the energy, and it's always about how you can manage yourself in the mountain. Yeah.
As the youngest climber to conquer all 8,000 meters peaks, breaking your ankles record, how do you reflect on this achievement from Shenzhen's perspective?
From Sherpa perspective?
Now you are in Shenzhen, it's a city nearby the sea, it's flat and sunny and sand. So when you look back to the mountains, and what do you think?
Yeah, I think this was a very special record for me, and to be honest, this always gives me very much energy to do everything in my life. For example, when I'm in Shenzhen, I'm so motivated to see very good high technology city in Shenzhen. So many people who are very interested in technology and science and researching. So for me, this is very inspiring because when I look back to my climbing, I risk my life so much. Anytime I could have died, I can get frostbite, I can get some brain problems. So there's so many problems that I could have gotten. So now when I come back to the city like Shenzhen, which is so much people are inspiring, people want to do so many work for the science, for the technology. So I also want to, focus and help this environment. That's why when I come to BGI, I'm very inspired to see all the new technologies which I never saw in my life. For example, even when I'm in BGI, everyone is always taking care of the health. Everyone is like walking and eating good food, using technology to check the genes, to sell. So I think this is very, we are going in a very good direction. So this city, I think, is very good to keep your mind fresh,
You starting your climbing life at 16.
Yeah.
So you completed all peaks in just 2 years.
Yeah.
How did you balance extreme training with your typical teenager life?
So there were so many things in my mind that I have to balance, So I had my normal teenage life. That means I have to study, and then I have to focus on my training to keep my physically and mentally fit. at the same time I have to learn so many things so quickly because I'm so new to this environment. Of course my family is from background of mountaineering, but I have to learn all the training, the physical thing. I have to know so many knowledge about the mountain, about the altitude, about using the technology. So there is so much things I need to learn. And maybe that's why I'm so young and I can learn things very quickly. But of course, there's so many things in balance, and my family also helped me a lot. My family managed so many things. My dad managed so many logistics. My mom take care of my mental support so much, and the people in the country, they support me from media and from everybody was very supportive to me. And at the same time, I was very focused that okay, we have to do this big project. So yeah.
Only 2 years, but
Yeah.
14 peaks.
Yeah.
I think you have no time to do anything else but just climbing.
Yeah, so always in my mind, climbing was there. Of course, I have some roaming around, watching some movies, normal life things. But my mind was always focusing on this project. How can I push this record and how can I give my best? So for me, it's always about if I spend my time and energy on something, it have to be the best. I cannot compromise. So.